Back. Do. Ale port. There we go. Laptop was being opinionated for a second, which of course is no good for anybody. All the way back down to here. Hi, Tia! Tia! Yes, okay. I have spoken with Arya, but it seems her memory has yet to return. The incense used must have been potent indeed to create such a lasting fog. If she cannot recover naturally, then we must rely on some familiar sight or event to jolt her senses back to normalcy. Might I ask you to take her out somewhere to test my theory? That's not how that works, actually. Cool. She's more comfortable around you, after all. I don't know why. At the very least, I would know from whence she hails. I shall call once more upon my acquaintance in the Yellow Jackets. Surely she has family who are searching for her. She does have a reasonable-looking dress, so... Ishnai, thank you for letting me come out of... thank you for letting me out of that crate. Yes, I had such a lovely sleep. That awful tiredness has left me, but I can't seem to remember anything. Outside? Well, yes. I suppose a fresh breeze might help blow away cobwebs. I think I'd like to see the view from the battlements. Would you join me up there, Ishnai? A Vermilion Vendetta. Good that we walked together to this location so that will not be, you know, kidnapped between me being able to follow her here. Look, isn't it beautiful? I've never seen anything so... Is this truly the first time I'm seeing this view? I try to remember, but my mind is a blank page. I can be sure of nothing. It'll make you new memories. Make new memories? Oh, I haven't thought of it like that. It's almost a gift of sorts, isn't it? Being able to enjoy things afresh? Oh, tell me about it! I'm doing that with this game. I think I'll stay up here a little while longer, just to be sure I'll remember it tomorrow. Oh, do you see that ship? How do they keep such things massive things afloat? Well, it's called weight distribution and, onto ships, are you? Why, yes. I am. I think I might always have been. What an insightful question. I remember when I was a child, I always begged my uncle to... Oh, I remember I had an uncle. He was my only family. He tried to protect me, but... Forgive me. The exact events are still a jumble, but the memory is not a pleasant one, I could tell. That day, it's all coming back in a rush. Do you think we might return to the inn? I need a moment or two. What did I decide his name was? Shirun? is back from his errand, it seems. If you would listen, I'll tell you what I remember so far. The Yellow Jackets were able to dig up a report on Arya from their records. I hurried back to share the news, but seeing as her memory of the incident has returned, I'd rather hear the tale from the source, as it were. From what I recall, I've always lived with my uncle. He was a kind and gentle man who would often tell stories of my parents. When I was young when they died, too young to remember them, I think. The report mentioned that you were a citizen of RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV. Do you remember where you were when the attack came? We were on the road to somewhere. The ambushers appeared as if from thin air. And my uncle stepped forward to shield me. They killed him. What happened after that is a blur, but my memory of that moment is crystal clear. Thank you, Arya. You needn't force yourself to remember the rest. For now, we must concern ourselves with your future. It would not be charitable to send you back to town alone, especially not with the significant parts of your memory still missing. Yet we cannot ask you to accompany us either. Our journey leads us on a path to confront the very cabal whose malevolent embrace you have but recently escaped. I would go with you even so. Save my life and help me accept the loss of my past. Just within a few minutes. If there's a chance my memories could return and lead you to these villains, then I would stay at your side. How can I refuse such passion? It seems we've adopted a new companion, Ishnai. I tend to do that a lot. More than you'd think. You'd be surprised. The greatest challenge facing us now, however, is deciding our next destination. The merchantman fled, and we know not whither it is bound. Isle of Umbra. I remember the only words I heard them speak before I blacked out was Isles of Umbra, the master calls. There's also a siren there, or was. These puppets cannot speak idly. Ready yourself, Ishnai. We crossed the Isle of Umbra to confront the master of theirs. You as well, Ara. Right, together as well. My mind's dying. We're gonna at least train her, right? Right? Hi. I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of getting this song stuck in my head? Are you a white mage? Lend me a weapon to protect myself, but we need to fight these ghostly lights? Yes. White mage or like a black mage? The Maelstrom soldiers tell of a great steady stream of tight-lipped arrivals. It would seem the master gathers all the marionettes to the Isle. I armed Arya with what I had, but I can't fight. You can hit them with it. Fight! You can barely talk, lass. I thought her afraid of mages who took her, but nay, it's the thought of ghosts and ghouls which have her all a-tremble. Can you blame me? The very ground here feels haunted, as if angry spirits might burst forth at any moment. Like that shadowy thing behind you. Sharoon? Ah! That was a bad scream, I know. There's not there, lass. Now we get, you know, do the Ishnai scare. Now we get a move on, or rather head back to Aleport. I'm coming with you! I need to work on my screams. In multiple different forms. No, the Cabal is gathered here. We need only find them. Good that I've been here a few times before. Deep red. Are you... I'm afraid, but I'm gonna hit them with the staff like it's a... sure you couldn't give her a sword? Just, I'm asking. There's probably a merchant that could have given her a sword. Or you a sword, or a shield. A shield might work better, she could goofy it. The way. That's a dungeon I think I need to do. And I don't know if it's a level 50 dungeon or not. That's a beautiful thunk sound. But there's already undead here, even if they weren't here because of the, you know, siren thing. Well, or that's just today. Someone's riled them up against us. I mean, I tend to exist. Me just standing here not doing anything riles things up. So I just... Hell, me not even existing in the same, you know, postal code as some people seems to rile them up in this game. Are they seek to lay us? Are we resummoning the siren? I would prefer not. Oh. Study complete! You and Hirun fight so well together. I wish I could have been able to help. I mean, the hand that controls these assassins cannot be far. Let us split up and search, shall we? Yet left here into trouble. Who's she going with? She's going with him. Okay. They better not go with me because I am not the master. Who are you? Delectable. Ew. Oh, teleporting to be a dick. Your immortal frame brims with vital energies, an irresistible feast. Get away from me, fucking vampire! Ishnai, are you unharmed? Physically, yes. Mentally, I don't like to think of myself as a food. Lombard. It's a pleasure to see you two, Rune. My, how the years have etched themselves upon your brow. Smirking bastard is Lombard. We were allies once. I mean, with your reaction, I figured as much. Ah yes, the valiant Crimson Duelists. Such fond memories. I relish their slaughter. The duelists live on through me, traitor. Not for long, my old friend. We shall soon share their fate. No, not we. You shall soon share their fate. I mean, we will, but I mean... Ishnai. Oh, she is a mage. Or thaumaturge. Or... Vampires don't like fire? Crude interruptions. This is not how I wish to savor your defeat. Lombard, gods damn you. There he goes. Betrayal killed everyone. You knew that man? Yes, we'll speak of it later. First, I would know where you learned to cast spells like that. I don't remember anyone teaching me. It just sort of happened. Just sort of happened? I expected you to club things with that old scepter, not fling balls of fire. Incredible. So, Arya, does that mean you've overcome your fear of the undead? Well, the thing is, I'm guessing the people he decides to, you know, turn into mage whatevers have some amount of ethereal ability. What are you? It's not undead, it's dead. It's literally dead, it's not moving. Well, my friends, shall we return to Aleport? Now that we've unmasked the Cabal's master, I can tell you this much. He's not a man we wish to confront unprepared. He's not moving, he is dead. He's not undead. Jirun wishes to tell us about the Cabal's master. I'm almost afraid to hear what he has to say. Ah, everything will be fine. It was apparent through our unpleasant exchange. I have a history with the master of the assassins. His name is Lambert. Oh, he's an assassin. Good thing I'm totally not training up my ninja until I have to. 20 years ago, he and I were part of the group that founded the Crimson Duelists. We studied the fated teachings passed through generations of Garabanians and revived the art of red magic as a weapon against tyranny. But one day, Lambert simply snapped. He murdered my unsuspecting comrades and vanished into the shadows. I returned from scouting alone to discover the aftermath of a massacre. But it was later I learned that his treachery had been paid for with imperial coin. But never could I find what became of the man himself. After 20 years of fruitless searching, I thought him dead. This has now become a matter of vengeance. I mean to pursue Lambert and exact a price for his betrayal, but I will not ask you to join me on this vendetta. But I am good with vendettas. Worry not, Ishnai. Your grasp of red magic will allow you to grow without the need for a teacher. I didn't say no. As for Arya, I'll reach a suitable sanctuary. I will not turn you out to fend for yourself. I shall treasure the time we spent together, my friends. May our paths cross again. Get back here, get back here, bitch. Should we let him go off like that? Off alone like that? I don't know about you, but I feel my part in this is not over. I know my part is not over, but thank you for foreshadowing, game writers. What do we do? Well, he said he wasn't going to leave you without a super... whatchamacallit, and he's left and did that anyways. Oh, he's doing the lean. Yes, Ishnai, was there something else? Oh, there's an entire list. Oh, I'll go with you. This is not your battle, my friends. I will deal with Lambert alone or die in the attempt. Look. The moment you made me a part of the Crimson Duelist to some degree, or training to be, makes it my problem as well. You... I can see I'm wasting my breath. You have that determined look that so impressed me the first time we met. Oh, good that we don't have to, you know, spend hours going at this. Very well, let's stand together then. You are more a comrade to me now than a student, Ishnai, and I welcome your sword at my side. So, being more of a comrade, does that mean power and balance we can date? The power and balance is gone and we can date? Because, you know, the student pupil thing. I'm coming too! I want to help save others from this monster, just as you saved me. I want you to teach me red magic. As things stand, I'm just a burden to you. If I'm to do more than just be carried along in your wake, I need my own way to make a difference. You certainly do have the aptitude for the arcane. Lambert appears to target such youths for recruitment into his puppet cabal. But Ishnai rescued you from that mindless fate, and now you would don the red to fight in our crusade. I mean, it's not really a crusade. There's nothing holy about it. There's a sense of rightness to it, isn't there? Stand with us then, Arya, and join the ranks of the Red Mages. I like this outfit of yours better than the one he's gonna make you put on. Trust me, I glamored all the way. Wait, I didn't get a skirt out of it. Why is hers cuter? Isai, Shirun. Pervert. Make hers cuter than mine. You look splendid, but it's more than clothes that makes the woman. Those goddamn boots. Help me train her as I trained you, Ishnai. I'll play close attention, I promise. Oh, Arya? There'll be no more hiding behind Ishnai, is that clear? I'll try and be brave. Oh, Ishnai, I'm training day and night to make sure I won't slow you down. I know Shivu thinks I'm afraid of him, but honestly, I'm not. I know now what kind of and honorable man he is. It's just that at our first meeting, he seemed so intense and intimidating. All right. All right, let's see. I go back to Gridania if I remember correctly. conjurers. Welcome, Warrior Light. This way, if you please. Do I read these aloud again? You have to watch me walk out down here? The depression walk that is the depression walk, even though it's not really looking depressive walk?
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
Mm-hmm.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken.
Woo!
After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to
destroyed
reach the
by
object.
us or by the primal?
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being
that answers
reduced
that.
to smoking ruin in the space of a moment.
Redigar or whatever? Gar.
Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
Well, let's go talk to the consort of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Woo! Murder!
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
Hi, Nero.
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
If I kick you in the shins, will you shut up?
Who is this man?
Someone. Ego.
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Yay. See, Omegas are so powerful. I don't know why people are like afraid of being a beta male or an
That
Omega
Hulk has
male.
been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
Don't tease him. He wants to show himself to be brilliant and all this other.
Sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolsteva,
Well, you didn't.
Master Engineer. The mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity.
Well, you didn't introduce yourself first of all that way rather than the other way.
And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
What's the catch?
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Oh, so it does reference. If I've done it, it references. If I haven't done it, does it? Is that what I'm thinking, maybe?
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
I mean, it's worked so far.
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner.
This is a rational
The
rather if
fact
it
that
proves it
Omega
works.
slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
Or doesn't have energy. You're talking to.
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartanau while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
I mean,
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
I mean,
A creed you follow, is it?
only when
What
convenient.
say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
Don't fucking look at me. I'm autistic. I trust more than I should. 90% of the time. Oh, but I'll keep an eye on him.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Do you see anybody else in the room besides me?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartanau and take command of Omega.
So what are they fighting
Sid,
over on
I
Cut?
appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
Me.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
Bitch, we're not neutral. Since I had to join one of the free companies, we are not neutral.
Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
My
Gladly.
blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
I mean, it's hot to some degree. But I have a problem, so, Well, that was a rather unexpected development, one which raises a number of questions, not least of all how Nero chanced to learn of this council meeting in the first place. I mean, baby steps on what questions need to be answered first. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alize is already on her way, and it would not be due to lag too far behind. Let us be off. That. Sorry, I had a thought and then it disappeared. As it does. Oh, you're down. You're downstairs. Will you let me jump down this part? Answer is no. Where is everyone? Ishnai, Alphino, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insists he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him, despite his very timely offer of assistance, and the thought of the man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphino. Your sister was adamant he would never leave her sight. She and Yugiri are, well, here they are now. Like being, you know, tailed by two cute girls. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano? Might I ask we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wiser to gain a clear understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. You know, Pearl Links exist! Oh? I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time you are finished procrastinating. All right. While Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall follow the Excelsior over to Mordau, where we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Apologies for the trouble. I shall bridge the Y'shtola and the others forthwith and join you as soon as I am able. Ishnai, pray accompany I will slaughter these names. As I back to the Rising Stones, I feel safer knowing that you are present to entertain our guest. I'm not dancing for him. Right, everyone headed to Mordana is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things up with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. Traveling Master Garland, miss? The Enterprise Excelsior. So I was correct. Also, it's right this way. Something's gonna happen in the way over there? No. Why did we land up here? What matter if airship has no private cavern? Then again, I suppose Garland has to find somewhere to stow his half-break conventions. On itself, goodness. I do not care for that man. Oh! Strange though it may seem, Nero's former loyalties do not trouble me, but I can see why people are loath to lower their guard around him. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I can't exactly land her in the Toll's main square. Shall we join at the Rising Stones then? Everyone's walking. I guess Nero's a guest here, but we don't exactly have the happiest history with the Empire, do we? So my question is, do I offer him tea? If he wants it. I fear not, I shall keep a close eye on our new ally. One was created to capture Bahamut, the other surpass him. Which will prove stronger, I wonder? We must be careful, old friend. Walking weapons of Alaga were expressly designed to subdue primals, but men like Gaius always seek to use them against mankind. It falls to us to ensure that Omega is never employed as a weapon of war. In the wrong hands, it would be bad. Really? Oh, the determination on their faces. There's nothing more blinding than youth burning with purpose. Cory Boulder and his companions left to continue reconnaissance on the beast tribes. They are adamant about shouldering the burdens while the senior scions were occupied with this cocoon emergency.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Hey, Nero, there's the fucking door. You can go out it now.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation.
Tara, stop.
Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boilmaster, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
We are returned. Well,
we noticed.
Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remained behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino.
Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Hi.
Good God, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Tackled, she's gonna be tackled, she's gonna be tackled. Damn it.
Gosetu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly, but now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
You know, snarky little bastard, I love and hate you.
The Empire? You, Giddy? You draw steel against the curs of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
We needed a bigger personality, you know, since we lost... Well, I mean, Papalimo wasn't... Ishnai, wait, could I speak to you for a moment? You are currently? You remember when I had you meet at the Diamond Forge? We, ambushed you? Yes! Please stay away from me. Well, once we had your measurements, I sent to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. You can try it on right now if you like. Will I like it is the question. No. The answer is no. I'm not a scholar. Assuming you measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel? I lie. I'm not saying that You're just not saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell how much this means to me. To craft something worthy of the Warrior of Light is just, we'll just say it makes it all practice all the wild. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm to, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you. Oh, that's what we did in our, what should we call it? The Costa... I'll figure something out with this outfit. Before I forget about the existence of said. Just the two unexpected guests then. I still suspect each will prove useful in its own way. Yes, it's comic relief. How dare he mock the silence like that? If ever I had to sew a set of traveling clothes for him, I just might forget to pick out the pins. Sweetie. My blade shall carve a path through the Empire's rank like as a scythe fills stalks of wheat. Never did I think Getsu's voice echo... Did I think to hear Getsu's voice echo through these halls? Truly, I had no idea Domans could be so loud. He and Yugiri could hardly be more different. Oh, I think it's gonna fit right in. Yeah, I agree! It's gonna be delicious. Mark Thermal Coral Boilmaster, dear me, how risible must be the previous 13 iterations that have been. I could have designed more efficient water heater in the time it took for that ill-conceived lump to become lukewarm. Fly free, my pretty. Edie's shine with rekindled. Oh no! Oh no! So we have to wake up Omega, right? We have to wake up Mega up, right? Where do we start? Ida, are you sure that's? Yes, I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well, I'll remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alphino, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist Yustola and Carrie. A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cartino Expedition Party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Ishnai, Ida, and our Doman friends take care of the security. Yay. Security, I heal. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone's ready. We walk back and forth. We walk back and forth. Ray, return! Actually, not to the Waking Sands. Presence of a powerful mark. What? Are we talking about Mark like as in, for murdering things? Go and save the realm, Ishnai. I have everything in hand here. I do hope you like your new outfit. It may be just my finest creation. If I'm going to push it. was not paying attention to the shit. Curious. That'll work. I like that part of it. Everything else I'm not... Feels so much like Kingdom Hearts shoes. And of course the... Actually, that kind of would be cool, actually. Of thought. Combo. I'm still here. Sorry, I'm... Sorry, I had to. I even have that there. And it doesn't quite work. Okay with that. Sorry. Something. Exit room, yes. It occurred to me that I did not have that fixed up. You don't have it fixed up the way I want. Yes, that was English. Alrighty. Fine. And somebody felt like yelling it out. Was a alchemist. Scholar. Back when the word Agrippa, I mean the name Agrippa. And shouting for a DPS, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. If we poke him, will he be okay with that? Only a small amount of sarcasm here. So is somebody gonna say go? I'm not tanking. I'm not tanking. I don't have a tank height. Well, I do. It's the... We're about to murder things. At least we have two. Okay. We have a set of healers. More healers than DPS. Unable to retrieve. Huh. They change their name or get blocked? I didn't do anything. Pardon me, I don't know. Oh. We just found it here. Yeah, absolutely. Don't know if somebody accidentally says that they spawned it. That was quick. Once it finally started. Bum, 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 bum. Hmm. Running over here. I'm thinking my stopping point will be... I don't know. Fuck if I know. I'll figure out. Soon, Omega, soon. I will see you rise again. Chill, boyo. Gosetu is an accomplished swordsman. Should it come to battle, he'll provide a staunch ally. Would I could say the same for Nero? I mean... Will this contraption bear us through the skies? Sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it ends up with us, you know, crashing. I was a bit lost for a while back there, but I'll be fine, trust me. Mew under to truck level spawn. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Relane role was so active with Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire is long aware of its existence. And if Nero deemed an obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it's not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're in for a flying fight. I mean, expecting anything different? No, not really. I'm always expecting violence to some degree.
Now, where was that? Ah.
By the way, how did you make your way out here on a battlefield?
I've enabled the teleporter.
Contested battlefield?
One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
No. Maybe.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland.
Ah! I needed some bloodshed. My skin was getting dry.
Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it?
You always ask such inane, stupid questions.
It's like all my name days have come at once.
I have something like this sinking suspicion in the back of my mind that I will be hating you. Like, want to bash your face in.
The Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Yeah, he looks like a very, very smart person.
I am Gosetu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Hey, Jack, let's go. Were you trying to scare me?
You watching, Pabalimo?
We're really in a... Okay.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
It does not count for y'all. Okay. I have to individually.
Your defense is lacking.
With soul and steel.
I do so.
No holding back. No retreat. No surrender.
Hi, Vina Bina. How are you?
I have you.
Could have soles in my boots by now.
It's all over now. Leave this to me.
Tis my right to strike.
You watching, Pabalimo? An opening.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
Was it coffee chat? Or was it a different one?
This one'll sting. Your defense is lacking.
So it was really good. That's awesome. Are you going to do the second one now? Surrender. We have you outnumbered. So? It wouldn't be the first. I was going to say, this wouldn't be the first time. Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. I was having fun. Why are you... Say, if I'm having fun my own way, why are you giving me one of your toys to have fun your way when you're not going to be here to play it your way? I stand corrected. It's red. I shouldn't have expected anything different. Behold, the Red Barret. Get out, Nero. Get out. Now, in this nonsense. I was having fun. Y'all are down there looking. What the? No one told me Magitech armor or forward for the Empire. Bitch, I could beat you without Magitech armor. That's a thing. The honorless Kuro thinks to abandon his men. I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray, attend to the rest of his minions. I don't think we're gonna take him out yet. He's the new mini boss. that will continue to beat up and then run away. Like a Saturday morning cartoon.
You watching, Pabalimo?
Your defense is lacking.
Figure out.
With soul and steel!
No holding back!
No retreat. No surrender.
Look upon a samurai of Doma!
This one'll sting.
But that, even though it hits the people I don't like, it's fine with the people that I do like.
It's my right to strike!
It's all over now.
Leave this to me.
I looked in the wrong direction on that one.
I have you!
You watching, Pabalimo?
Your defense is lacking.
With soul and steel!
No, like, really? Children. Hey, you can't just run off. Starting battle is punishable by death. You're gonna do the same. I already stand your ground. Come back here now, please? No, that's just embarrassing, pitiful. You bring this fate upon yourself. Or damn it all, it's 7 hells, I'll kill your bastard. Why do you aim for me? I mean, yeah, I caused the multiple of the, you know, I was, you know.
No retreat. No surrender.
Really? Really? We're back to me tanking!
Look upon a samurai of Doma!
And I don't like it. Okay, that's fine, Vinabina. I appreciate the lurk.
An opening.
Tis my right to strike!
It's all over now.
Leave this to me.
Argans are failing, causing damage all the time. What attack is that?
I have you!
Is that like a monk attack or whatever? That is a attack I definitely, well, I said I'm not memory, all this other stuff.
You watching, Pabalimo?
Your defense is lacking.
With soul and steel!
You're gonna run away, aren't you? You haven't seen the last of me! Mark my words, it'll be you who's to say I was correct on the Saturday morning cartoon thing.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Do we need to give it some morning coffee? Well, what would it prefer as breakfast for its morning? After how many centuries?
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess, we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Great owner of Ocean Gate.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
We're never sure on that, hun. But what do you think?
What do I think?
I would be asking. I just startle a flashback for you? I'm sorry?
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
Good that it's... Big button, button, big. Don't smash it.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
I repeat, punch it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Broke the button.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty. Show us what you can do.
Nero, do you have to be this creepy? Has everybody decided to take the Saturday morning cartoon pill?
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Causing actual... I thought it was supposed to capture, not kill. Is it a bit of both? That's so fucking badass! Going to have to... Turn that down a bit. Right now. I mean, look at him! So fucking awesome! I mean, it's not dragon, but I mean, it's... We're gonna have to fight this bitch. We are absolutely gonna have to fight this bitch, aren't we? like a... If somebody described Bahamut to somebody who's never seen a Bahamut kind of level of thing, which I can kind of understand because I bet they're imagining Bahamut if they're thinking of Ilbert is. Should have brought popcorn, should have brought popcorn, should have brought popcorn, should have brought popcorn. And good, we moved to the ocean for this fight. I mean, good that your teeth grew. Is my laser better than your laser? And good thing the entire world is not destroyed by this. And we're out in the ocean. Because fuck the ocean life. And these mountains. And this forest. Apparently fuck everything that's nearby. I was making a joke about it, but apparently we're doing that. Oh, they've become comets. Cool. So, engineers, what the fuck happened? And the whole thing is, all my character is sitting here. I didn't get my character in the game.
Transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
My character missed that entire fight because she was underground here. Didn't see any of that.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
It failed. It got destroyed.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Whoa! The fuck?
They destroyed the cocoon.
What does that mean?
Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
Is that for everybody? All the Archons have those? That's... Oh! We just needed more deaths here, didn't we? I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. Will I immediately go to Gridania? Okay, good! I was gonna say, do I have to warp there? I came as soon as I heard the Excelsior had been spotted on its approach. One moment the thing was functioning perfectly and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. Well, I mean, it was asleep for a while. Didn't even give it a good, proper warm-up time. We need to see what happens to ourselves and soon. Fly, my pretties. Afino looks like he has news for us. I almost dreaded to ask. I mean, looks like a man who has a lot to say. Same, but go on. Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida. Wait! You must... The Elder Seed Sealer expects us. Worry not, Afino. Go get Sue and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. The council has convened a short while ago. Let us make haste to the Lotus Sand. They are all eager to hear your testimony. I didn't see shit of what had ever happened with it. I literally was not observing. I was underground. Unless, like, somehow what we were seeing in the game kind of like it's diegetically we were being shown on one of the screens there. Rather than non-diegetically that we are the ones being the ones seeing it. Diegetically means that it's happening within the scene, that the people recognize that it's happening and see as it's happening as we are. Kind of like singing in a musical isn't always. PS3 died for that cause. Probably. I would more say the PS4. Crusade calls for a toast! Kinda. Another calamity averted. How many times have you and yours hauled us back from the brink? Oh, sweetie, this isn't the end of this. But see, Garland's little friend as good as his word. Had I not instructed you to throw Nidhogg's accursed eyes into the abyss, all of this might have been avoided. I thought them beyond reach. Well, I mean, in this world, it seems possible. They wouldn't think otherwise. My friends, fully eager, have we awaited your return. You indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You're too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try, but tell me, how did the battle unfold? So we did not see it. We were blind to... Okay, yeah. So we succeeded in awakening the Omega Eye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to such a scene? Just grab a bowl of popcorn? That words would fit, but I don't think grabbing a bowl of popcorn quite works in this universe. But holy fuck, seriously? Oh wow. Give me the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, but from its midst rose the great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Albania. The primal's might defied belief, and it seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows. It wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope to never see again. Well, you're in for a ride. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak of the rest, but to my eye, it seemed that each had landed in a fatal blow on each other. While most among us would only think of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's forms, the Domians were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that it resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we found it convenient to refer to it as such. This Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes in Grovanian side of the border. Which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Tarupin to capture the wall. Pippin! Oh, definitely. With the Imperials in disarray, I didn't know I did this second time. Well, that explains a few things. I wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged the Omega stasis system, so even if it has fallen in the Empire's lap, there would be no use to them, save perhaps the statue. Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them all decades to decipher the Omega's core functions, if they managed it at all. Hark! Ego! Also, I hope you've put more troops to protect the control site. Such resurgences do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives. Alright, thank you, Reef! Evo, for coming in with this stream. I hope you sleep well, hun. I'm probably maybe 30 minutes more or something. I'm not sure. Though Ilbert forced our hands, it would only seem logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation. And by working in concert, it's not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp. Pray accept my humblest and most earnest thanks once again, Warrior of Light. Has Shinryu been suffered to roam free, the 12 Woods would have surely been laid waste. This operation to take the wall will be Ishgar's first military action under Alliance banners. Though I have no appetite for bloodshed, a part of me is glad of a chance to begin reparations for our past inaction. I have to oversee the operations at Balsal's wall. You have done your part. Leave us to handle the initial Imperial reprisal and rest while you may. In other words, I'm going straight in, aren't I? When the Primal emerged, I was for an instant transported back to Cartano. To the moment the Black Worm made an eighth hell of the battlefield, gladly would I have lived out the rest of my days without seeing such a sight again. As seems likely, we put Omega into stasis after, what did they call it? Yes, after Shinryu was defeated. We should have little fear from either one of them. Should. I should very much like to see the Shinryu creature for myself. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Yashola and the others are gathered around the spire, and I imagine that you two will be interested to see what has become of the wall now that the cocoon is gone. There's no wall. There's no land. There's just nothing. Then it's decided, lead on. It's like... all the trees are gone! The far edge of fate. In with the help of people. Hi, Ida! She's not saying anything. I mean, I can understand that. I think she is down. I often know. No trace of the cocoon remains. It's as if it never existed. Oh, thank the 12. After witnessing Omega's single-minded onslaught, I had visions of you being trapped between it and its target. Hardly the most rational concern, I concede, but if you had seen what I saw... Yes, I definitely needed popcorn for that if I was...
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by a
I'm not sure outmatched. It's kind of equal. They killed each other, or knocked each other.
But even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She's up on the platform, lost in thought.
Yeah, I tried.
We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
I mean, we'll stand next to her. We don't have to, you know, get her to talk.
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Yeah, that's kind of uncomfortable to wear that hair thing. And
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old.
oh, that's the reason why they confused the two.
My
The other
father
guy.
had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl.
I mean, I'm gonna throw this out there. This question is rude. Why did you never tell me? It was not my place to ask. It wasn't her place to tell me. This is her thing. I mean, it does kind of hurt not to be trusted by her, but it was not my place to ask. She was supposed to come when ready about it.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it.
Is it Lewis?
So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
War is upon us once more.
I mean, it's always been at the rate I've been going.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
No.
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
Would you rather her torture herself by being somebody she wasn't? Also, Ida already was dead. And whatever Elise was playing at was what she viewed her sister was, rather than who her sister really was. It was a brave Elise to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalimo's loss. That one act made her planning determination to move forward. Should she ever falter, we should be there to support her in this road she has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite the story to tell Tataru and my sister. Anyways, how are you doing, Yamari? Oh, that is officially the end of Heaven's Sword. Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought it was before. Okay. So this is the official end of... I need to make a new thumbnail when I wake up. At last I was able to rise from my sick bed, but the pain when I tried to take out my axe. What a sad old man I've become. Oh, sweetie. Back in the Far East, we treat back pain with a long soak in a hot spring. What say you to a short journey, Isildur? I am told the waters of the Camp Bronze Lake are famous for their healing properties. Thanks! You should have seen the look on Tataru's face when I recounted Elise. I realized in retrospect I should probably have waited for you to return. I also told Elaz... apologies. Are you? It's fine. I sent her outside to enjoy a quiet cup of tea. Much has happened in the past moons, and we could all use a rest every now and then. Oh no, now they're at it. Though it might be simpler to surrender to despair, I have chosen to resume my studies in the arcane. I received much wisdom from Papalymo, and I would put his advice into practice. Fine showing, brother, but you have yet to outpace Enor. Ha! Should the Archons be called away to Grabana, it would fall on us to deal with the Scion's usual obligations, and thus we must remain in peak condition. I made a fool of myself on our last mission, but I'll show him what I'm made of. Come on, come now, Hori. Is that the best you got? My sister is has the most curious ideas about courtship. I miss you, Saru. Do you know about Lise? I had no idea. We only met after the calamity, and her sister already must have been, well, you know... I don't know either. Why you... Things are heating up in Alamigo, but we can't afford to lose track of the trouble that might be brewing the rest of the realm. Don't you worry, though. I'll be keeping an ear on the ground and my nose in the air, and one eye on the horizon. The cat... He may have mentioned, but Alphino has apprised me of all things that came to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. Except it isn't, because I'm going to probably walk right back up to you and shit has happened. Lise chose her path, and as our friends, we must do what we can to support the choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened a way to Grabania, we'll have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those who might conceivably save is not wisdom, but insolence, correct? I, look forward to joining hands with the Almegans and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire, as I rather suspect you... Of course, murder. Quick march! The Imperials will soon come to their senses and we must be ready to face their retribution. It is almost time, Father. Almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of the Bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. I want to see that. I absolutely want to see that. Their training regiments between the two of them. Him doing the bull thing and just not moving. Very well, Ilbert. I will take our homeland back. The both of us. Evil people sound music! Staying in that mask in such an empty hall looks A, boring, B, My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Balsar's wall has fallen to the Eorzean Alliance. No wonder, yeah, I know, right? Nothing better to do. The hunt for Omega and the unknown Icon continues, though both will yet elude us. My lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Would a mask look ewy-er than that? Forgive me, my lord, I did not intend your worldly done. Like, that's a melted kind of mask face. It doesn't even look nice. Unknown. My spies tell me Domans call it Shinryu. And it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. I know it's kind of based on, like, old original the designs done for the Final Fantasy stuff. At the far edge of the fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look back to the east skies and behold their crimes anew. The dawn of liberation in a gathering storm of blood. "5 minutes of fate!" That cutscene. The only way you could call that cutscene, that achievement 5 minutes of fate, was if that cutscene with fighting against the thing was exactly 5 minutes. Well, what I'm talking about is for the, let me pull up, like, for the artwork done by the artwork person that everybody remembers. Yoshikata Mano? Yeah. Some of the, let me pull up some of the things for Final Fantasy 1 and stuff. It has this kind of melted look that's just expected. I mean, I wouldn't think... It's one of those styles you know immediately what it is. And who it's based after. All proceeds of plan will soon receive words from Alliance forces. Oh, you mean like right now? Alphino is a man with a great deal on his mind. Aren't we all?
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal?
Violently.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
I haven't really left.
Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
My mind is always somewhere in the gutter or grim places. It's kind of like an in-between place. Both. Oh, timing.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
Because apparently, ProLink still only exists in concepts when needed.
At once.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I definitely noticed that.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
Cool.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly. And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh, who'd have thunk?
As expected.
Liz, what do you expect?
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea.
Basically, what I know this is politics speaking, yo. But there hasn't been an official, you know, announcement of war. This is like a Cold War kind of thing. I mean, we haven't even invaded the true land of Garlean anyways, but this is an outpost. This is like
To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Hey, pigs.
Indeed.
Cuban.
And the
Missile
Alliance
crisis.
leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lys. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Woo!
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lys's, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
Of course I am. You know I'd like nothing more.
But can you be tact about it? Can you be politics about it?
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Is it just me, or is her model better than Alphino's currently?
Well,
Or is this me bothering?
Part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
I'm always fucking available, sweetie. Whether I want to be or not. If you have to ask.
Thanks. It means a lot knowing you'll be there.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Good that you're recognizing that I'm a healer.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well.
3 healers, we go!
I have
If
spent
anybody
quite enough
dies,
time
it's
here of late, so
entirely
I'll
their
be fine.
fault.
But we will need someone to keep an eye on things. I trust you have no objections.
The thing is, Alase also seems to have a better model feature than her brother. Especially the face.
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
I mean, I guess the coloration around...
undoubtedly is.
This is gonna sound
There are
bad.
some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
Okay. This is gonna sound wrong. Around Alphino's lips and mouth area, the model seems to still be an older one, which kind of makes it look...
Let us each see to our preparations.
When it's close up, you can just see it. The different cracks and stuff where the tech... this is also coming from a texture person. You remember Minago? Don't you? The messenger who brought word of Griffin's attack to Baelsa's wall? Well, she left not long ago, having made a full recovery. If you see her, Grabanya, make sure to send my love. Of course, sweetie. Oh, it's finally happening. Don't tell anyone, but I'm feeling a little nervous. Only a bit, mind. I'll be fine once we get going. Hopefully. I mean... she really doesn't start showing up much until... and then she has the new outfit, usually, if I remember. Even Tatar has her limits, but I have taken it upon myself to assist her in managing communications with various organizations and our members in the field. Royal and the others are counting on us for support, after all. You ready, Shadow Walker? There's no turning back once we depart. What? Almost, but there's one thing that remains undone. Minutfili would give an anything for a chance to liberate her homeland. Were she still with us, I know she would be the one leading the way. Yeah, I have the, started the quest that needs for the raid thing, but it's not a part of regular rotation. And I'm not gonna force anybody to try for the Bahamut stuff. At least from what I understand. In our absence, your Orange and Thancred will handle administrative affairs. Continue to coordinate your operations with Ali and the others, and report them directly should you receive word of any primal activity. But I plan on, you can... Oh, I was just gonna... My plan was once I finally got to level 90 or so, is take my tank or something and run through it. Aye, Captain. You can count on us. So it's not that I'm never gonna do it, it's just... It's gonna be I go back to... There's no use going back once we cross this bridge, and God only knows how it awaits us on the other side. And it's not like... I'm gonna throw this out there. It's not like I'm gonna try and rush to get to 100. Since the new expansion will come out before probably I can get close to it, kind of thing. I feel like we have a good chance. Okay, hurry. Sister, please, you never know who might be listening. And more importantly, we have our own mission to attend to. And if you're too busy thinking of such thoughts, you're liable to get us both killed. Is she in fanfic brain mind? Even as bit players, they show such passion, such fervor. Oh, wouldn't give to be a bit player too, or better yet, play with their... Yes! Oh my god! She is absolutely fanficking mind. All three of these. I can tell as a fanficker! I'm outing myself here. Well said, Hori. Every man to his purpose. We must not doubt ours. Papalimo's absence will be keenly felt for some time. With that, we had the strength to aid others in his stead. Spirits, Coltonets, spirits! If we not more than bit players in their tale, we must do our utmost to support the senior scions, and Ishnai most of all. See? She absolutely is fucking... Goon brain. Goon brain! That word! That's the word. Goon brain is a better way of putting it. I do too! I love it! Somebody has to... Well, the internet already does, but I mean... Actually in game, we're 10 years younger, nay 5. I would not hesitate to join Yugiri and Lord Gosetu for their freedom, fight for freedom. Give me all three. I mean, I have a harem. I have no right to say anything about what she's trying to get with. What would be the outcome of our homeland? I do not know what to think of that endeavor. I mean, I have no right to say anything about with my harem in Genshin or Honkai. Since I'm bi, we go both genders ways kind of thing, so...
Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
That sounds like a challenge. So pretty! Ah!
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Girabania?
Yep.
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamegan resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Yeah, okay. Now that we're close enough up, I want you to look at the lining of his lips and the coloration of his ears. I know that seems strange, but just how it is just feels off. Yeah. Compared to everybody else.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us.
That's what I was talking about with the problem with this model.
As refugees in search of sanctuary.
Yeah.
Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Oh, we'll be over in a few, however long it takes me to get there, streaming it to liberate your homeland too. And God forbid that sexy lady. I don't remember her name. I hate her, but she's so hot.
I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Whatever her lady is, because I've already pulled pictures that I think I'm going to use for the thumbnail. And I remember she's so hot and so tragic and so... whatever her name is, I think she's the governess of the area in Doma.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd
Someone
them.
who basically was
the time has come
abused.
For Gosetu and I to return to our master, to our home.
Was abused and feels like abusing others. Basically, it's made abusing others her personality because of the abuse done against her, and sees nothing wrong with the fact that she's perpetuating the same abuse that was occurred to her. Whatever her name is. Gorgeous, but sick and twisted lady over in Doma, if I remember. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, damn, she's hot, but damn, she's a horrible person. Damn it. Indeed, we have built the new home for ourselves. Okay, I read that loud.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. That all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
How can I also put it? Okay, alright. Sounds good. I probably will be ending it soon anyways, but how can I put it is... she's not into the kinky abuse kind of thing, it's the actual abuse kind of thing. It's not the kink. The dummy. Well, domination isn't exactly abuse.
When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate together. Just you wait.
The abuse is unwilling.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
I'm probably just gonna unlock the new region and then end, maybe, or... Thousand moms, yet apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavors met with success, shall we then? Or at least unlock the one location I need to buy the poetic stuff. Wait, not yet. I know I forgot something important. Ladies, can you come with me? Me? What now? Alright then, if you insist. She has an outfit for you. At least she didn't, you know, corner you. Cute outfit! What do you think? As you can see, I designed it to be light and loose. Outfit tailor-made to the needs of a skilled fighter like Lies. I'm saying the name wrong, probably. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more than this. I may have to stop introducing you as the Siren's receptionist and start referring to you as our eminent seamstress. It's lovely, Tataru. Thank you. I feel like I could take on a legion. Not without me. I'm glad you like it. And with that, I'll delay you no longer. Safe travels! Onward to Banya. Our first stop will be the spire in the East Shroud. I'll probably run as far as I can, and if it's not locked, I will go straight over to unlock the place for the... And turn around! I won't let you down, Palomo, I promise. Papolimo, excuse me. Papolimo had to know it would only be temporary. If grandfather couldn't contain Bahamut with the power of 1,000 prayers, then what chance did his disciples stand, armed only with a broken staff? It was always his plan to sacrifice his life to complete the ritual, to bring forth the arbiter of his vengeance, but not remain to see the aftermath. Though it may not seem apparent to the naked eye, the Aether here is in turmoil. Not since the calamity has this land been subjected to forces of the magnitude unleashed by Shinryu and Omega. It holds the wall mist, you may clutch that Jody har. All the presents and accounted for. If you're ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that we wish to proceed in Nam. Ah, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We are told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? You can escort me to the wall, but please don't shoot me. Maps! Good that we have a signal flare on us, apparently, or oh, epic! Walking.
Standing in Girabania once more.
We have to do the dawn kind of sound. Made fun of in Monsters Inc.
Of light among us. Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other.
Yes, Gorbachev, bring down that wall. Tear down this wall, excuse me.
Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
I mean, the name is Stormblood. I signed in with the heavens. Sorry. The song in the background doesn't exactly work, does it? What's the personality? East meets west. Goes all the way over there. Oh. Alliance has done well to repurpose these Imperial facilities for their own use so quickly. Quite an atmosphere here, isn't it? Isn't there? Everyone seems to be on pins and needles, though one can hardly blame them given recent events. The generals in high spirits, don't you think? I know the feeling. This is homeland. To see the colors of so many nations, RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV, Gridania, Udal, and now Ishgard, well nigh brings a tear to mine eye. We have much to be proud of, Ishnai. I mean, I guess. So this is East End. Not too different from the rest of the Shroud, is it? Though, truth be told, I'm not sure why I thought it would be. Also need to go over there and touch the Aetherite before I forget. Greetings, Scions! On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, I welcome you to Castra Morans. Thank you, General. We were relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. Have the Imperials made any attempt to retake the castrum since then? None, save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols. We have had barely any contact with them, but we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Belsol's wall isn't enough, Ilbert summoned a primal right on their doorstep, and Garlemald is not like to set such shows of defiance go unanswered. Are you playing healer? I don't know, are you? Supposed to declare war even if it were not Ilbert's to make, and now we are bound by it, for well or woe. The Silence stand ready to serve the General. What do you ask of us? I stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Almegan people. I would have you serve our emissaries to make contact with the Resistance. But I heal at level 39. 30? Nice! Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. I swear on nothing, and we'll maybe let you down or not. It's according. I'll leave it to you. Godspeed. Yeah, of all the Castra in all the world, you walk into mine. I mean, we tend to be in the most active areas. Master Garland, what brings you here? A certain missing Alanigan weapon and draconic primal, Omega and Shinryu. I think the shinobi called it. Anyways, we've been studying the trail of their destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere, which has singularly failed to do. Then 'tis like Omega fell to the earth in occupied territory, meaning it might be already at the hands of Imperials. Even so, it bears repeating we engaged the stasis systems. Assuming command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming. We should hurry up and find it regardless. Yeah, I know, right? All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press into Grobania, we need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let us not waste for any more time. Keep to the north and cross upstream. The Black Bridge belongs to the Garleans for now. I get resurrected at level 12. Nice! I do hope you do not something about running things despite being DPS. It is not your duty to solve... I'm not thinking of running off to help Master Garland. It is not your duty to solve all the world's problems, you know? Yeah, but everybody seems to think the otherwise. Were Omega not a threat to us all, the effectiveness in subduing draconic forces would seem almost admirable. But such weapons are doomed to be misused. Let us pray we never in need of its services again. Ah, never, and I probably won't ever have to attack it or anything. If anyone could determine the fate of Shinryu and Omega, it's Master Garland. For now, let us remain focused on our current mission. The bridge over the Vinda River has always held a great strategic importance, hence the Garlean's decision to transform it into a fortified installation. Needless to say, we will not be crossing there yet. Eventually, I will destroy it. There will be blood. I know who I'm supposed to talk to currently. I'm gonna see if I can get across the other place without needing to unlock everything. Quest. Needs to Does it say anything about what I need to do to get to? Not say anything about me having to do any quests to get there, so let's make bad ideas. Also make sure I've talked to everybody except for the person I'm supposed to. It's Liz, right? Oh, yeah, I did talk to everybody. And I won't have fly ability. Get up there. Running. And then I'll grab the teleportation stuff and then end it for the night for the stream. I am tiny compared to that. Hey Fox, how are you? Hung out with Noswell. Nice! Watched a movie or something? TV shows. Cool! Which ones? Was it The Boys or something? Gotham, Rage of Bahamut. Anime original. Okay. No manga? I mean, most likely if it gets popular enough, they'll make a manga to go along with it. Won't let me through. God damn it. Around. Head down to Peering Stones and see if that way will let me in. Or I'll grumble and moan about having to do more quest lines just to get it open. I'm not sure how much I have to. Probably not that much, because the thing is, go... But seriously? Seriously? Also, nice big spiders. I hate. Of octopus. Probably the game will have to, it will keep me from going anywhere at this rate. I don't think. Also, I don't like these large antlions. I don't. I respect when they're not large. I mean, I'm okay with them. They're not large. They don't. I really have to capture that bridge, don't I? Comet's tail? What the? I don't remember this. Or do I? I don't know. Is this where the Omega weapon might have caused damage? Wood. Nope, it's called Dimwood. That means it's always been this way. Nice building. Now that I've done a search of this side of the... Guess I'm gonna have to... The answer is I have to continue the quest line before it lets me do any of that kind of stuff. Ah. I wouldn't be so pressed to do it if I wasn't not going to stream tomorrow night. And in case my astrologian gets up to level 70, though. With doing stuff, though I might mostly be focusing on Red Mage. All right. Let's see what things they want me to do, and if not, if I'm willing, we'll continue. If not, I'm gonna say nope. And why is there a pip here? Not mean to. Anxious to battle with the Gridanians, I find myself tightly gripping the hilt of my blade without realizing. Perhaps it's to blame for the blisters on my hand. Did I meet you, Pip, somewhere in Ishgard, or no? As you probably heard, there are plenty of fractions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. They're located as... yeah, that was why I tried to go. Old Temple. I learned a route that should allow us to avoid Stick with me and we'll be there before you know it. So basically, I went over there when she was going to lead us there anyways. Well, fucking hell. Go me. Keep the North Cross sea in the back street. Yes, I am stupid. Your point is? Insults don't work if I agree with them. It's so quiet, almost as though the Imperials haven't been here for some time. At the risk of upsetting the cartographic fraternity, I cannot help observing that East End depends entirely on one's perspective. I mean, people don't even think of it as Gridania anymore, do they? I don't know. I'm gonna argue with nerds over cartographical things. On your guard, Imperials know this land better than we do. They call it East End because it marks the end of the Black Shroud. Note the sparser vegetation. And more detailed vegetation, well, God, if you're looking at those trees. Hardy har har. Still with me, good. From here we'll head northeast towards the river. The water's not too deep and we won't have to swim. Yeah, I ran through that region. Literally. Down we go. Ah, this looks familiar, like I wasn't here like 5 minutes ago, give or take, trying to make it to the place. We should not linger out here in the open. We'll be fine. Ishila is right. We need to cross the river before the Imperials spot us. See, brother? Nothing to worry about. Though no one would blame you for donning your buoyancy aids just in case. You can't swim, Alphino? At a glance, it certainly seems shallow enough. You can't swim, Alphino? I don't see any soldiers. Good, let's cross. Suddenly an arrow. Oh, Alphino! Not swimming. You wondering about the tower to the south? It's a tower. What do you think? I'm torturing Alphino because he apparently doesn't need water wings like his twin sister is torturing him about. It's part of the Kalstrom Velodina? That's what the Imperials decided to call Leo Bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, you can see the rotten banner from absolutely miles away. They never miss a chance to rub our nose in it, do they? Come on, we'll keep moving. Lip. Kitty, kitty. So slow. No. Not. I'm not. I have a set. Right with the set. Oh, are we looking like a fellowship here? Are we there yet? Yes, maybe. So the reach lies beyond, but I see no path. Yeah, I tried. Lise did well. It is reassuring. He didn't run afoul of even a single patrol. What a pleasant surprise. In that there were no surprises. Here, on the other side of this pass, is Rhaegar's Reach. You say, but all I see is rocks. I presume there's some sort of trick to this? Climbing? Safe, a Melon, friend and enter? Indeed, a glamour. Good eye, Ishtola. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks, or mayhaps an artificer trained in the modification of glamour prisms? Something like that. Important thing is that it fools the Garleans. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Tataru told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came to Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way. And don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. That includes my cards. And with a sprinkle of demasking dust, all is laid bare. You mean pixie dust? All clear, let's go. Seeing it now, I feel rather foolish of not deducing it earlier. I suppose you could disguise almost anything with a glamour prison, if you really want to. Have you ever used one? Why, I'm asking, of course you haven't. Hello? Oh, she's being sarcastic. Sorry, moment. Let's pray that they're amendable to our proposal. United we stand to accomplish so much more. Impressive or no, 20 years is a long time for even so complex a glamour to escape the Emperor's notice. Alright, let's go! Or they want all the ants to conglomerate into one area. How does that sound?
I remember the old stories. How the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow.
Cool.
Rhalga's Reach. A holy place. And a fitting home for the resistance, for the brave
until it
and
isn't.
The true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo. They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours again.
Did they just redo that, like, cutscene? Like, replay it to show that there was another one appearing, except that was the same cutscene? Did they do that? Except kind of mirror it so people wouldn't think that? Good to see Nago up and moving. I wasn't there when she headed home, so naturally I assumed she left too soon. Always overdoing it, that one. Fascinating. A massive, nigh imperceptible glamour encompassing the entire valley. Now, I see now how the settlement was able to escape the watchful eyes of the Imperial ships. Ordinarily, I shudder at the thought of armed rebels trampling about in an ancient temple of immense historical importance, but Rhaegar is the Breaker of Worlds, so it seems rather appropriate, if anything. The temple was once home to the Fist of Rhaegar, as I recall. Yes, there's no mistaking that statue. Hard to feel at ease with that giant statue looking down on you. I have nothing to hide! Oh, so you really came. I never thought I'd see you here, but I'm glad. Who? Are you the guy from the Shroud? The other guy? It's a pleasure to see you again. And Kiri and Y'shtola, without whose help I might not be standing here today. At least not too soon. You forgive us for our precautions, but we couldn't be sure who had crossed the barrier. We see now that who you are, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. How? I'm sorry to hear that, hun. Pleasure to see. You again, Kiri and Y'shtola, who's out? Okay, same thing. I got nothing on you. Now, I know you would not come all this way unless you had something important to discuss, and I'm eager to hear what it is you all have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. That sucks. By the way, I'm running around grabbing the teleportation stuff. I mean, do you know any friends of theirs that know you that you could get in contact with them on? I really have no way of... let me check on that. What was your name? On here before? Yeah, no, doesn't look like it. Or you got, since you got whatchamacallit, maybe it got deleted. If you know what I mean. I can't! This is what I help, I'm sorry! I can barely take care of myself half the time when it comes to Discord. I'm so sorry about it, though. But I'm guessing if you're able to, if they ever do any live streams or make comments on their video to say what happened, to give information about what happened to them, and see if they get back to you on it. Whether the live stream or like comments on the videos if they're YouTubers. Getting hacked, yeah. Okay. When we first met, oh yeah, I was right. You was the Shroud. I took you for another adventurer, but Ragar, I still can't believe how far you've come. We planned operations here when we were not entertaining important guests like yourselves. Yeah, it looks like at least on my end, it's already gone. Oh, ouch. Oh, ouch, ouch. That sucks. Allow me to welcome you much more in the Wrecker's Reach. Our Humber
My name is Conrad Kemp.
Oh, he speaks.
And I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
And there's no way of, say, the people who own... well, if you can talk to the people and tell them what happens, you can have them at least have the power to kick you out of that or something. I don't understand any of the rules when it comes to this kind of stuff.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades.
That's the best you can do currently.
Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalimo at great risk to yourselves.
That's all you can do at this point, and see if you can, if the other YouTubers that you know, if you can't seem to get in contact with them, will start to notice or find a reason to need to contact you. Oh wow. Boy.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
That really sucks. Sorry to hear that.
Don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss.
That really sucks.
Papalimo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
Well, at least that works. In your favor, at least.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monargo told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rolger, it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done?
Always be prepared. Yep. Oh, definitely.
Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that. So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
They're sidestepping everything. Beginnings. Ba 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 ba. Alright, I made promise that when I got here and unlocked it, that it's in the stream because got leveling other things and I have things I need to do. Like, ugh. To be honest, I already know what I already knew. I want us to work together, but we still have got to talk it over with everyone. I need to call the other senior members together before we can make a decision. The Grunions are feeling willing to fight, eh? It's not as though we stand around here indefinitely, do we? I mean, it tends to be I'm just here for, you know, nothing more than moral support for anybody else. Papalimo and I weren't entirely honest with you. Though we were sheltered in a little Alamigo at first. We spent most of our time here working with Conrad and his people. But you probably guessed that the moment I led you to the Reach, didn't you? Yes. So they'll have us wait. Very well. I mean, we left them waiting for 20 years. I can't imagine they would refuse, but if they did... Anyways, like I said I was gonna get here, and I've unlocked it. And so that if my healer here gets to level 70... Also, east meets west. Does that mean that I have a... Okay, that works. Seems I have a few astrologian stuff to unlock later, too. Alright. Wednesday we'll hopefully be back with Monster Hunter World. The reason why we didn't before was Haru is having electrical problems. And getting well, electricity is an old electricity box, and it's kind of being prefixed to this house. So we'll see if it's going to... Anyways, this was Ciarfox. I hope you have a good day or night, wherever it is you currently are. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. Once again, sorry, Evan, after about losing your Discord account. Goodness gracious. A lot of headache.